Question 1. What are the main components of the UK Constitution? A. The Magna Carta, the Bill of Rights and the Parliament Act. B. The House of Commons, the House of Lords and the monarchy. C. The Prime Minister, the Cabinet and the Judiciary. D. Unwritten elements, statutes, common laws and conventions. Answer D. Unwritten elements, statutes, common laws and conventions. The UK Constitution is composed of unwritten elements, statutes, common laws and conventions, making it unique among modern democratic states. Question 2. Describe the evolution of the British monarchy from absolute to constitutional. A. Transition was marked by gradual loss of power over several centuries. B. Change with the execution of Charles I. C. Occurred immediately after the Glorious Revolution. D. Was completed with the signing of the Magna Carta. Answer A. Transition was marked by gradual loss of power over several centuries. The evolution from an absolute to a constitutional monarchy in Britain was a gradual process marked by significant events that systematically reduced the monarch's authority. Question 3. What role does the Prime Minister play in the appointment of cabinet members? A. The Prime Minister has no role. The Queen appoints all members. B. The Prime Minister nominates members who are then approved by Parliament. C. The Prime Minister selects members subject to the Queen's formal approval. D. Cabinet members are elected by the public during general elections. Answer C. The Prime Minister selects members subject to the Queen's formal approval. The Prime Minister plays a central role in choosing the cabinet, although appointments are formally approved by the monarch. Question 4. Which legal document first established the principle of judicial independence in the UK? A. The Bill of Rights 1689. B. The Magna Carta 1215. C. The Act of Settlement 1701. D. The Habeas Corpus Act 1679. Answer C. The Act of Settlement 1701. This act established the principle of judicial independence by stipulating that judges' salaries should be secure during their tenure, and they could only be removed by the monarch on the grounds of misconduct proven in Parliament. Question 5. What is the significance of the Glorious Revolution in British history? A. It resulted in the establishment of a Commonwealth. B. It was the restoration of Charles I's to the throne. C. It led to the Bill of Rights and the overthrow of James I. D. It marked the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Answer C. It led to the Bill of Rights and the overthrow of James I. The Glorious Revolution is significant for establishing parliamentary supremacy over the Crown and leading to the Bill of Rights, which laid foundational principles for constitutional monarchy. Question 6. How does the UK's legislative process differ from that of other European countries? A. It involves a single parliamentary house. B. Laws must also be approved by the European Union. C. It includes distinct processes in two houses of Parliament. D. The public must approve all laws in a referendum. Answer. C. It includes distinct processes in two houses of parliament. Unlike some European systems with unicameral parliaments, the UK uses a bicameral system where both the House of Commons and the House of Lords must review and approve legislation. Question 7. Name 3 major political reforms introduced in the UK during the 19th century. A. The Great Reform Act, the Abolition of Slavery Act, and the Factory Acts. B. The establishment of the NHS, the Education Act, and women's suffrage. C. The Magna Carta, the establishment of the Commonwealth, and the Act of Union. D. The Home Rule for Ireland Act, the Corn Laws, and the reform of the House of Lords. Answer. A. The Great Reform Act, the Abolition of Slavery Act, and the Factory Acts. These reforms were crucial in expanding electoral franchise, abolishing slavery within the British Empire, and improving conditions in industrial workplaces. Question 8. What are the responsibilities of the Foreign Secretary in the UK? A. Overseeing domestic security. B. Managing the UK's finances. C. Directing foreign affairs of the UK. D. Legislating new laws in Parliament. Answer. C. Directing foreign affairs of the UK. The Foreign Secretary is responsible for managing the United Kingdom's relationships abroad, including diplomatic and consular matters. Question 9. Detail the process and criteria for appointing members of the House of Lords. A. Members are elected by the public based on the national vote. B. Appointment is based on hereditary right only. C. Members are appointed for life by the monarch on the advice of the Prime Minister. D. Members are selected by a committee of existing lords. Answer. C. Members are appointed for life by the monarch on the advice of the Prime Minister. Life peers are nominated by the Prime Minister and formally appointed by the Queen, and they hold their seats for life. Question 10. What historical events led to the formation of the United Kingdom? A. The signing of the Treaty of Paris. B. The union of the crowns under James I and the Acts of Union 1707. C. The English conquest of Wales and Scotland. D. The Magna Carta and the establishment of parliamentary democracy. Answer. B. The union of the crowns under James I and the Acts of Union 1707. The formal union began with the personal union of the crowns under James I and was solidified by the Acts of Union between England and Scotland in 1707. Question 11. Who was responsible for establishing the Church of England and why? A. Elizabeth I, to consolidate her power. B. Henry VIII, due to a dispute with the Pope. C. James I, to promote Protestantism. D. Charles I Stye, as part of the Restoration. Answer. B. Henry VIII, due to a dispute with the Pope. Henry VIII established the Church of England after his request for a marriage annulment was denied by the Pope, leading to a break from the Catholic Church. Question 12. Explain the significance of the Commonwealth realm. A. It represents the UK's remaining overseas territories. B. It refers to all countries formerly under British rule. C. It consists of those countries that recognise the British monarch as their head of state. D. It is a political union for economic benefits among former colonies. Answer. C. It consists of those countries that recognise the British monarch as their head of state. The Commonwealth realm includes those countries within the Commonwealth that retain the monarch as their ceremonial head of state, sharing a historical and constitutional link. Question 13. What were the key factors that led to the UK's decision to withdraw from the European Union? A. Economic downturn and loss of territories. B. Political isolation and military disputes. C. Issues of sovereignty, immigration, and economic policies. D. Disagreements over the Commonwealth policies. Answer. C. Issues of sovereignty, immigration, and economic policies. The decision, known as Brexit, was driven by concerns over sovereignty, control of immigration, and dissatisfaction with certain EU economic policies. Question 14. Discuss the impact of the Industrial Revolution on British society. A. It led to a decline in industrial output. B. It resulted in significant urbanization and changes in employment. C. It had little impact on technological development. D. It decreased Britain's global trade connections. Answer. B. It resulted in significant urbanization and changes in employment. The Industrial Revolution dramatically transformed British society, leading to rapid urbanization, changes in employment sectors, and significant technological and economic growth. Question 15. What was the main purpose of the Human Rights Act 1998? A. To establish healthcare rights. B. To codify and protect human rights in UK law. C. To regulate international trade. D. To define the roles of the House of Commons and Lords. Answer. B. To codify and protect human rights in UK law. The Human Rights Act 1998 incorporated the European Convention on Human Rights into UK law, ensuring that human rights are protected and can be enforced within the UK legal system. Question 16. Who are the Crown dependencies and what is their relationship with the UK? A. Independent countries that were once British colonies. B. Territories that are fully part of the UK. C. Jurisdictions that are self-governing but rely on the UK for defence and international representation. D. Members of the UK Parliament with special privileges. Answer. C. Jurisdictions that are self-governing but rely on the UK for defence and international representation. The Crown dependencies, which include the Isle of Man and the Channel Islands, are not part of the UK but depend on it for defence and international affairs while maintaining internal self-government. Question 17. How has the role of the monarchy changed since World War II? A. It has gained more political power. B. It has become purely ceremonial with no political influence. C. It has taken on more responsibilities in government. D. It has decreased in public significance and ceremonial roles. Answer: B. It has become purely ceremonial with no political influence. Since World War II, the British monarchy has evolved to play a primarily ceremonial role, with no direct influence over government policy or politics. Question 18. What is the West Lothian question and its relevance in UK politics? A. It concerns the voting rights of Scottish MPs on England-only issues. B. It deals with the eligibility of Welsh citizens to vote in UK elections. C. It is about the representation of Northern Ireland in the UK Parliament. D. It addresses the participation of English MPs in Scottish decisions. Answer: A. It concerns the voting rights of Scottish MPs on England-only issues. The West Lothian question is a constitutional issue in the UK concerning the rights of MPs from Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland to vote on matters that affect only England. Question 19. How does the UK government address regional inequalities? A. Through uniform policies applied across all regions. B. By devolving powers to regional governments. C. By focusing solely on London's development. D. Through international investment only. Answer: B. By devolving powers to regional governments. The UK government addresses regional inequalities by devolving powers to regional governments, allowing them to tailor policies to local needs, particularly in Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Question 20. What was the impact of the Windrush generation on British society? A. It led to restrictive immigration policies. B. It highlighted the need for independence movements in British colonies. C. It contributed significantly to the UK's cultural and economic life. D. It caused a decline in urban development. Answer: C. It contributed significantly to the UK's cultural and economic life. The Windrush generation, composed of immigrants who arrived from the Caribbean from 1948 onwards, has had a profound impact on British society, enriching its cultural diversity and contributing to various sectors of the economy. Question 21. Which treaties are considered foundational to the current UK legal system? A. The Treaty of Lisbon and Maastricht Treaty. B. The Magna Carta and the Bill of Rights. C. The Treaty of Versailles and the Treaty of Rome. D. The European Convention on Human Rights and the Treaty of Amsterdam. Answer: B. The Magna Carta and the Bill of Rights. These documents are foundational to the UK legal system, establishing principles of justice and limitations on power that continue to influence UK law. Question 22. Discuss the role of the UK in the formation of the United Nations. A. The UK was opposed to the formation of the UN. B. The UK was a founding member and instrumental in its establishment. C. The UK joined only after the UN was established. D. The UK has no formal relationship with the UN. Answer: B. The UK was a founding member and instrumental in its establishment. The United Kingdom played a significant role in the formation of the United Nations, advocating for international cooperation and peace. Question 23. What are the primary functions of the Welsh Government? A. Managing foreign relations. B. Overseeing military defence. C. Devolved matters such as health and education. D. Supervising trade agreements. Answer: C. Devolved matters such as health and education. The Welsh Government is responsible for devolved areas including health, education and local government services within Wales. Question 24. Detail the powers transferred to Scotland after the 1998 devolution referendum. A. Full sovereignty and independence from the UK. B. Powers over defence and foreign policy. C. Powers including health, education and policing. D. Limited powers only in transportation and agriculture. Answer: C. Powers including health, education and policing. After the 1998 devolution referendum, Scotland received powers over several significant areas including health, education and policing. Question 25. How is the Speaker of the House of Commons chosen? A. By a public election. B. Appointed by the Queen. C. Elected by members of Parliament. D. Selected by the Prime Minister. Answer: C. Elected by members of Parliament. The Speaker of the House of Commons is elected by MPs from among their ranks to preside over debates and ensure the smooth running of the House. Question 26. What were the consequences of the Acts of Union 1707? A. Disestablishment of Scottish Parliament. B. Immediate economic downturn in Scotland. C. Increased military conflicts between England and Scotland. D. Scotland and England sharing the same monarch. Answer: A. Disestablishment of Scottish Parliament. One of the direct consequences of the Acts of Union 1707 was the disestablishment of the separate Scottish Parliament, merging it into the Parliament of Great Britain. Question 27. Describe the changes brought about by the Great Reform Act of 1832. A. It extended the right to vote to all men and women over the age of 21. B. It abolished the monarchy and established a republic. C. It expanded the electoral franchise and reformed the distribution of parliamentary seats. D. It led to the disestablishment of the Church of England. Answer: C. It expanded the electoral franchise and reformed the distribution of parliamentary seats. The Great Reform Act of 1832 made significant changes to the electoral system, widening the franchise and addressing disparities in representation. Question 28. Who was Emmeline Pankhurst and what was her contribution to British history? A. A novelist who wrote about women's lives. B. A suffragette who led the movement for women's voting rights. C. The first female Prime Minister of the UK. D. A scientist who made significant discoveries in biology. Answer: B. A suffragette who led the movement for women's voting rights. Emmeline Pankhurst was a key figure in the British suffragette movement, advocating fiercely for women's right to vote. Question 29. What are the principles behind the UK's foreign policy? A. Military expansion and colonialism. B. Isolationism and neutrality. C. Promoting democracy, human rights and the rule of law. D. Economic protectionism only. Answer: C. Promoting democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. The UK's foreign policy is centred on promoting democracy, human rights, and the rule of law globally. Question 30. What legal rights are protected under the Equality Act 2010? A. Protection against discrimination based on age, disability, gender reassignment, marriage, race, religion, sex, and sexual orientation. B. Rights to bear arms and private property. C. Rights to free speech and assembly only. D. Legal rights related to employment and education only. Answer: A. Protection against discrimination based on age, disability, gender reassignment, marriage, race, religion, sex, and sexual orientation. The Equality Act 2010 provides comprehensive protections against discrimination for various characteristics. Question 31. Discuss the historical significance of the Magna Carta in the context of modern democracy. A. It established the first form of a parliamentary system. B. It set the precedent for limiting the powers of the king and affirming the rights of the people. C. It was the first document to establish the education system in England. D. It served as a peace treaty between different religious factions. Answer: B. It set the precedent for limiting the powers of the king and affirming the rights of the people. The Magna Carta is historically significant as it laid foundational principles that influenced the development of modern democracy by limiting monarchical power and upholding legal rights. Question 32. What is the role of the UK in NATO and its significance? A. The UK is not a member of NATO. B. The UK is a founding member and plays a strategic role in collective defence. C. The UK provides financial support only. D. The UK's role is limited to providing intelligence. Answer: B. The UK is a founding member and plays a strategic role in collective defence. The United Kingdom's involvement in NATO underscores its commitment to collective security and defence alongside other member countries. Question 33. Explain the significance of the Battle of Britain during World War II. A. It was the first major military campaign fought entirely by air forces. B. It resulted in the immediate end of the war. C. It marked the beginning of the United States' involvement in the war. D. It was a naval conflict that determined control of the Atlantic. Answer: A. It was the first major military campaign fought entirely by air forces. The Battle of Britain is significant as it marked a crucial turning point in World War II, demonstrating that air power alone could be used to contest and win a major battle. Question 34. What is the significance of the Beveridge Report in UK social policy? A. It led to the creation of the National Health Service. B. It outlined a plan to reduce poverty and improve social welfare. C. It recommended stricter immigration controls. D. It focused on improving military pensions only. Answer: B. It outlined a plan to reduce poverty and improve social welfare. The Beveridge Report was significant for laying the groundwork for the modern UK welfare state, proposing comprehensive social insurance and public assistance to combat want and poverty. Question 35. Who are the non-resident British citizens and what rights do they have? A. Citizens living abroad temporarily with full voting rights. B. Citizens born outside the UK with no rights to vote. C. Citizens who have never lived in the UK and have limited rights. D. Citizens residing permanently outside the UK with the right to vote in certain elections. Answer D. Citizens residing permanently outside the UK with the right to vote in certain elections. Non-resident British citizens generally retain the right to vote in UK parliamentary and European elections for up to 15 years after moving abroad. Question 36. What is the purpose of the Fixed-Term Parliaments Act 2011? A. To allow the Prime Minister to call elections at any time. B. To establish set dates for general elections unless specific conditions are met for an earlier date. C. To extend parliamentary terms to 10 years. D. To eliminate general elections entirely. Answer B. To establish set dates for general elections unless specific conditions are met for an earlier date. The Fixed-Term Parliaments Act was designed to stabilise the timing of parliamentary elections, setting them at 5-year intervals, unless early elections are triggered under specified circumstances. Question 37. Detail the origins and implications of the Northern Ireland Troubles. A. A conflict based on economic disparities between Northern Ireland and the rest of the UK. B. A historical dispute over land ownership dating back to the medieval period. C. A complex conflict rooted in national identity, religion, and political status. D. A modern political disagreement over EU membership. Answer C. A complex conflict rooted in national identity, religion, and political status. The Troubles in Northern Ireland involved a violent multi-decade conflict stemming from differences in national identity, religious affiliation, and political rights. Question 38. What challenges does the UK face in managing its overseas territories? A. Ensuring economic stability and sustainable development. B. Deciding on their independence or integration with the UK. C. Establishing a military presence in all territories. D. Phasing out all overseas territories by 2030. Answer A. Ensuring economic stability and sustainable development. The UK faces challenges such as ensuring economic stability, sustainable development, and effective governance in managing its overseas territories. Question 39. What rights does the Freedom of Information Act 2000 grant to individuals? A. The right to access personal financial records held by banks. B. The right to access information held by public authorities, enhancing transparency and accountability. C. The right to private communications without government surveillance. D. The right to publish information without prior government approval. Answer B. The right to access information held by public authorities, enhancing transparency and accountability. The Freedom of Information Act 2000 allows the public to access records from public authorities, promoting transparency and enabling greater public engagement in governance. Question 40. What are the reserved powers in Scottish governance? A. Powers that only the Scottish Parliament can exercise. B. Powers reserved to the UK Parliament, including defence and foreign affairs. C. Powers shared between the Scottish Parliament and the European Union. D. Powers related exclusively to local Scottish municipalities. Answer: B. Powers reserved to the UK Parliament, including defence and foreign affairs. Reserved powers are those that the Scottish Parliament cannot legislate on, as they are kept under the jurisdiction of the UK Parliament, such as defence, foreign policy and immigration. Question 41. Discuss the impact of Brexit on Northern Ireland. A. It has strengthened economic ties with the EU. B. It has led to increased political stability in the region. C. It has raised concerns about the border with the Republic of Ireland. D. It has had no significant impact on Northern Ireland. Answer: C. It has raised concerns about the border with the Republic of Ireland. Brexit has particularly impacted Northern Ireland by raising significant concerns about the future of the border with the Republic of Ireland, affecting trade, travel and political agreements. Question 42. What are the main causes of the English Civil War? A. Disagreements over religious freedoms and parliamentary powers. B. Economic disputes between the agricultural and industrial sectors. C. Conflicts between different monarchic houses for the throne. D. A foreign invasion by neighbouring countries. Answer: A. Disagreements over religious freedoms and parliamentary powers. The main causes of the English Civil War included deep-seated disagreements over religious freedoms and the powers of Parliament versus the monarchy. Question 43. How does the UK manage its nuclear deterrent policy? A. By maintaining a minimal nuclear presence. B. Through a policy of disarmament. C. With a submarine-based nuclear force as a deterrent. D. By relying on NATO forces for nuclear defence. Answer: C. With a submarine-based nuclear force as a deterrent. The UK manages its nuclear deterrent policy through the maintenance of a submarine-based nuclear force known as Trident, which serves as a continuous at-sea deterrent. Question 44. What measures does the UK take to promote environmental conservation? A. Focusing solely on urban areas. B. Implementing strict pollution controls and promoting renewable energy. C. Relying on private companies to set environmental standards. D. Environmental issues are not a priority in UK policy. Answer: B. Implementing strict pollution controls and promoting renewable energy. The UK promotes environmental conservation through various measures, including implementing strict pollution controls, promoting renewable energy sources, and supporting sustainable practices. Question 45. Detail the role and functions of the Supreme Court in the UK. A. It primarily deals with criminal cases. B. It acts as the final court of appeal in the UK for civil cases. C. It drafts legislation to be passed by Parliament. D. It manages the UK's administrative functions. Answer B. It acts as the final court of appeal in the UK for civil cases. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the UK and acts as the final court of appeal for civil and, in some cases, criminal cases, ensuring that justice is served through careful legal scrutiny. Question 46. How does the UK electoral system impact political representation? A. It ensures proportional representation for all political parties. B. It often leads to coalition governments. C. The first-past-the-post system can result in disproportionate representation. D. It allows for direct election of the Prime Minister. Answer C. The first-past-the-post system can result in disproportionate representation. The UK's electoral system, known as first-past-the-post, often leads to a disparity between the number of votes received and the seats won, impacting how effectively different political views are represented in Parliament. Question 47. What was the impact of the Thatcher government on UK economic policy? A. It emphasised increased regulation and public ownership. B. It led to significant privatisation and free market reforms. C. It focused mainly on agricultural reforms. D. It had little to no impact on economic policies. Answer B. It led to significant privatisation and free market reforms. The Thatcher government profoundly impacted UK economic policy in the 1980s by implementing widespread privatisation, reducing the role of the state in the economy, and promoting free market principles. Question 48. Explain the significance of the special relationship between the UK and the USA. A. It refers to a shared history of military conflict. B. It is based on cultural exchanges and tourism. C. It signifies a close political, diplomatic, and military cooperation. D. It is a legal agreement on trade and immigration. Answer C. It signifies a close political, diplomatic, and military cooperation. The special relationship describes the particularly close political, diplomatic, and military cooperation between the UK and the USA, fostering strong ties and collaborative efforts on global issues. Question 49. What are the major challenges facing the NHS today? A. Overfunding and resource surplus. B. Staff shortages and funding constraints. C. Lack of public support and awareness. D. Overemphasis on preventive care. Answer B. Staff shortages and funding constraints. The NHS faces significant challenges today, including staff shortages and funding constraints, which impact its ability to deliver healthcare services effectively across the UK. Question 50. How does the UK Parliament scrutinise government legislation? A. Through public referendums on each law. B. By bypassing detailed reviews to expedite the process. C. Through debates, committee reviews and amendments. D. Legislation is automatically passed without scrutiny. Answer C. Through debates, committee reviews and amendments. The UK Parliament scrutinises government legislation through a thorough process that includes debates, detailed reviews by committees, and the possibility of making amendments to ensure laws are effective and fair. Question 51. What is the royal prerogative and how is it exercised? A. It refers to the public's right to participate in the legislative process. B. It is the Prime Minister's power to enact laws without parliamentary approval. C. It consists of powers traditionally held by the monarch, now exercised by government ministers. D. It is a ceremonial role played by the monarch without real powers. Answer. C. It consists of powers traditionally held by the monarch, now exercised by government ministers. The royal prerogative includes a range of powers such as issuing or withdrawing passports or appointing ministers, traditionally held by the monarch, but now mostly exercised in their name by government ministers. Question 52. Discuss the implications of the Scotland Act 1998. A. It dissolved the Scottish Parliament. B. It established devolved government in Scotland, granting it legislative powers. C. It integrated Scottish law into English law. D. It declared Scotland as an independent country. Answer. B. It established devolved government in Scotland, granting it legislative powers. The Scotland Act 1998 was a significant legislative act that established the devolved Scottish Parliament, giving it powers to legislate on a wide range of domestic issues. Question 53. What measures are in place to protect minority languages in the UK? A. Minority languages have no legal protection. B. Promoting only English as the official language. C. Legal protections and initiatives to promote languages like Welsh and Gaelic. D. Banning the use of languages other than English in official settings. Answer. C. Legal protections and initiatives to promote languages like Welsh and Gaelic. The UK has measures in place to protect and promote minority languages, including legal protections and initiatives that support the use and development of languages such as Welsh and Gaelic, especially in education and broadcasting. Question 54. What were the social and economic impacts of World War I on the UK? A. It had minimal impact on the UK's social and economic structures. B. Led to significant loss of life, economic strain, and social change. C. Resulted in immediate economic growth and prosperity. D. The war only affected political structures, not social or economic aspects. Answer. B. Led to significant loss of life, economic strain, and social change. World War I had profound social and economic impacts on the UK, including a significant loss of life, economic hardships due to wartime expenditures, and substantial social changes, including shifts in the roles of women in society. Question 55. How has UK immigration policy evolved in the 21st century? A. It has become less restrictive, with easier paths to citizenship. B. It remains unchanged from 20th century policies. C. It has seen periods of tightening and relaxation, reflecting broader political and economic factors. D. Immigration has been completely halted. Answer. C. it has seen periods of tightening and relaxation, reflecting broader political and economic factors. UK immigration policy in the 21st century has evolved with periods of more restrictive measures and moments of relaxation, often influenced by political, economic, and social factors. Question 56. What role did British scientists play in the development of the World Wide Web? A. British scientists played no part in its development. B. They contributed foundational theories but did not develop the technology. C. British scientist Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web. D. They were solely responsible for its commercialization. Answer. C. British scientist Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web. Tim Berners-Lee, a British scientist, is credited with inventing the World Wide Web, which revolutionized the Internet and global communication. Question 57. Discuss the contributions of British literature to world culture. A. British literature has had little influence on world culture. B. It has provided some of the foundational texts of Western culture, including works by Shakespeare and the Romantic poets. C. British literature is noted only for its 20th century contributions. D. It focuses primarily on promoting English as the global language. Answer. B. It has provided some of the foundational texts of Western culture, including works by Shakespeare and the Romantic poets. British literature has made significant contributions to world culture, with writers like Shakespeare, the Romantic poets, and contemporary authors influencing countless aspects of literature and arts globally. Question 58. How has the concept of British identity evolved in recent decades? A. It has become increasingly uniform. B. It remains fixed and unchanged since the mid-20th century. C. It has diversified, reflecting increased ethnic, cultural, and regional diversity. D. British identity has been legally redefined to include only certain ethnic groups. Answer. C. It has diversified, reflecting increased ethnic, cultural, and regional diversity. The concept of British identity has evolved to become more inclusive and diverse, reflecting changes in the UK's demographic makeup and the varying cultural, regional, and ethnic backgrounds of its population. Question 59. What are the implications of the UK's Prevent strategy? A. It aims to promote UK tourism. B. It focuses on environmental conservation. C. It is part of the UK's counter-terrorism measures. D. It deals with economic reforms. Answer. C. It is part of the UK's counter-terrorism measures. The Prevent strategy is part of the UK's broader counter-terrorism policy, aimed at preventing terrorism by addressing its root causes and deterring individuals from being drawn into terrorist activities. Question 60. Discuss the role of British intelligence services in national security. A. They focus primarily on domestic crime. B. They play a crucial role in gathering information and preventing threats to national security. C. Their role is limited to economic intelligence. D. British intelligence services do not participate in international security efforts. Answer. B. They play a crucial role in gathering information and preventing threats to national security. British intelligence services, including MI5 and MI6, are integral to the UK's national security efforts, specialising in domestic and international intelligence gathering to prevent and respond to security threats. Question 61. What are the challenges and benefits of the UK's multi-party political system? A. It leads to frequent changes in government. B. It enhances democratic representation, but can result in fragmented governance. C. It simplifies the legislative process. D. It allows for one party to always dominate. Answer B. It enhances democratic representation, but can result in fragmented governance. The multi-party system in the UK increases diversity in representation, but can lead to challenges in forming stable governments due to fragmented party interests. Question 62. How does the UK government promote arts and culture? A. By imposing strict regulations on cultural expressions. B. Through significant funding and support for cultural institutions and initiatives. C. By privatising all cultural institutions. D. Through promoting only traditional forms of art. Answer B. Through significant funding and support for cultural institutions and initiatives. The UK government promotes arts and culture by providing funding, support and resources to cultural institutions, enhancing public access to arts and cultural activities. Question 63. What are the main sources of law in the UK? A. European Union law only. B. Legislation, common law, and European law as applicable. C. The decisions of the local councils exclusively. D. International law exclusively. Answer B. Legislation, common law, and European law as applicable. The main sources of UK law include domestic legislation passed by Parliament, common law developed through court decisions, and European law where applicable. Question 64. Discuss the impact of the digital economy on traditional British industries. A. It has led to the complete replacement of traditional industries. B. It has had little to no impact. C. It challenges traditional industries but also offers new business opportunities. D. It exclusively benefits the technology sector. Answer C. It challenges traditional industries but also offers new business opportunities. The rise of the digital economy presents challenges to traditional industries in the UK by shifting market dynamics, but it also creates new opportunities for innovation and growth. Question 65. How has the UK's relationship with the European Court of Human Rights evolved? A. The UK has consistently rejected the court's jurisdiction. B. It has moved from full compliance to a more critical engagement. C. The UK is a founding member and has never questioned its authority. D. The UK's relationship is based on economic considerations only. Answer B. It has moved from full compliance to a more critical engagement. The UK's relationship with the European Court of Human Rights has evolved from full compliance to a more scrutinising and sometimes critical stance, particularly concerning judgments that have significant domestic implications. Question 66. What are the main challenges facing British agriculture today? A. Overproduction and lack of domestic markets. B. Labor shortages and sustainability issues. C. Excessive government subsidies. D. Complete mechanization of farming. Answer: B. Labor shortages and sustainability issues. British agriculture today faces significant challenges, including labor shortages and the need for sustainable farming practices amid environmental concerns. Question 67. Discuss the significance of the Bill of Rights 1689 in modern governance. A. It established the principles of absolute monarchy. B. It has no relevance in modern governance. C. It set foundational principles for the rights of Parliament and limits on monarchic power. D. It focused exclusively on economic rights. Answer: C. It set foundational principles for the rights of Parliament and limits on monarchic power. The Bill of Rights 1689 is significant in modern governance as it established key legal principles that underpin the functioning of a constitutional monarchy, emphasizing the sovereignty of Parliament and the rule of law. Question 68. How has the UK contributed to international scientific research? A. By isolating its scientific community from international collaborations. B. Through leading roles in global scientific initiatives and contributions to major discoveries. C. UK has contributed only in the field of classical studies. D. By focusing solely on industrial research. Answer: B. Through leading roles in global scientific initiatives and contributions to major discoveries. The UK has made significant contributions to international scientific research through active participation in global scientific initiatives, collaborations, and being at the forefront of many major scientific breakthroughs. Question 69. What are the main goals of UK energy policy? A. To eliminate all energy production. B. To rely exclusively on coal. C. To ensure energy security, sustainability, and affordability. D. To increase dependency on foreign energy sources. Answer: C. To ensure energy security, sustainability, and affordability. The main goals of UK energy policy are to ensure that energy production is secure, sustainable, and affordable for all citizens, with an increasing focus on renewable sources. Question 70. How does the UK support veterans and military families? A. Minimal support is provided. B. Through comprehensive programs offering financial, medical, and educational benefits. C. Support is provided by foreign entities only. D. Only during active service. Answer: B. Through comprehensive programs offering financial, medical, and educational benefits. The UK supports veterans and their families through various programs that provide extensive financial, healthcare, and educational benefits to assist them during and after their service. Question 71. Discuss the role of the monarchy in modern British society. A. The monarchy has absolute power in governmental decisions. B. It serves primarily a ceremonial role with no real political power. C. The monarchy is involved directly in legislative processes. D. It plays a major role in local government. Answer: B. It serves primarily a ceremonial role with no real political power. In modern British society, the monarchy serves primarily ceremonial purposes and acts as a symbol of continuity and national identity, having no direct power in government. Question 72. What are the implications of recent changes to UK pension laws? A. They have reduced the retirement age significantly. B. They aim to simplify pensions and ensure greater financial security for retirees. C. They have abolished pensions altogether. D. They restrict pensions to only a select few. Answer: B. They aim to simplify pensions and ensure greater financial security for retirees. Recent changes to UK pension laws have been designed to simplify the pension system and provide greater security and flexibility for retirees, helping them manage their finances more effectively in retirement. Question 73. How has the UK addressed issues of gender equality? A. By regressing on progressive policies. B. Through active legislation and policies promoting equal opportunities. C. Gender equality is not recognized as an issue. D. By focusing solely on women's rights in urban areas. Answer: B. Through active legislation and policies promoting equal opportunities. The UK has addressed issues of gender equality through a series of legislative measures and policies that promote equal opportunities and combat discrimination based on gender across all sectors of society. Question 74. What role does the Bank of England play in UK economic policy? A. It has no influence on economic policy. B. It is solely responsible for educational funding. C. It acts as the government's financial and economic advisor and executes monetary policy. D. It regulates international trade only. Answer: C. It acts as the government's financial and economic advisor and executes monetary policy. The Bank of England plays a crucial role in UK economic policy by acting as the government's financial advisor and is responsible for executing monetary policy to manage inflation and stabilize the currency. Question 75. Discuss the cultural significance of the British film industry. A. The industry is known only for historical documentaries. B. It has minimal influence on global cinema. C. It has had a major impact on global cinema, contributing iconic films and fostering talent. D. It focuses exclusively on domestic audiences. Answer: C. It has had a major impact on global cinema, contributing iconic films and fostering talent. The British film industry is culturally significant, known for its contribution to global cinema through a range of iconic films, and as a breeding ground for talented actors, directors, and filmmakers. Question 76. How is local government structured in Northern Ireland? A. There is no local government structure in place. B. It is governed directly by the UK Parliament without local councils. C. Through a single centralised government body. D. It consists of several councils responsible for local matters. Answer: D. It consists of several councils responsible for local matters. Local government in Northern Ireland is structured around several councils that handle various local administrative responsibilities, enhancing local governance. Question 77. What are the UK's strategies for combating climate change? A. The UK has no strategies in place. B. Through comprehensive policies including carbon reduction commitments and renewable energy investments. C. Solely through international agreements. D. By promoting the use of fossil fuels. Answer: B. Through comprehensive policies including carbon reduction commitments and renewable energy investments. The UK's strategies for combating climate change include a range of policies aimed at reducing carbon emissions, investing in renewable energy sources, and fulfilling international environmental commitments. Question 78. How has British music influenced global pop culture? A. British music has had little impact on global pop culture. B. It has shaped global pop culture significantly through influential bands and artists. C. The influence is restricted to classical music. D. British music is only popular within the UK. Answer: B. It has shaped global pop culture significantly through influential bands and artists. British music has played a pivotal role in shaping global pop culture, with bands like the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and artists such as Adele and Ed Sheeran influencing music trends and tastes worldwide. Question 79. Discuss the significance of the Victoria era on modern British institutions. A. It led to the decline of British institutions. B. The era is marked by significant industrial, cultural, and educational advances that shaped modern institutions. C. It had no lasting impact on institutions. D. The era focused solely on military expansion. Answer: B. The era is marked by significant industrial, cultural, and educational advances that shaped modern institutions. The Victorian era was crucial in shaping modern British institutions, with vast advancements in industry, education, and culture that laid the foundations for contemporary British society. Question 80. What challenges does the UK face in its cybersecurity policies? A. There are no challenges currently faced. B. The main challenge is lack of technology. C. Addressing advanced persistent threats and safeguarding national infrastructure. D. Cybersecurity is not a priority for the UK government. Answer: C. Addressing advanced persistent threats and safeguarding national infrastructure. The UK faces significant challenges in its cybersecurity policies, including dealing with sophisticated cyber threats and ensuring the security of critical national infrastructure against potential cyberattacks. Question 81. How does the UK support its creative industries? A. By imposing strict export controls on all creative products. B. Through funding, tax relief, and supporting innovation hubs. C. By limiting foreign influences in local creative sectors. D. Support is focused only on traditional crafts. Answer: B. Through funding, tax relief, and supporting innovation hubs. The UK supports its creative industries through various measures, including government funding, tax relief programs, and the development of innovation hubs that foster creativity and economic growth in these sectors. Question 82. Discuss the impact of immigration on UK urban development. A. Immigration has led to the depopulation of urban areas. B. It has contributed significantly to urban growth and cultural diversity. C. It has had no noticeable impact on urban areas. D. Immigration is restricted to rural areas only. Answer. B. It has contributed significantly to urban growth and cultural diversity. Immigration has played a crucial role in shaping UK urban development, contributing to both demographic growth and cultural diversity in cities across the country. Question 83. What is the significance of the Union Jack flag? A. It is used exclusively by the Royal Navy. B. It represents the historical unification of England, Scotland, and Ireland under one sovereign. C. It symbolizes the UK's colonial past. T. It is a decorative symbol with no historical significance. Answer. B. It represents the historical unification of England, Scotland, and Ireland under one sovereign. The Union Jack, or Union flag, symbolizes the administrative union of different national entities under one crown, reflecting the country's complex history of unification. Question 84. How has British diplomacy shaped international relations? A. By maintaining a policy of isolation. B. Through a leading role in global institutions and a commitment to international cooperation. C. British diplomacy has little influence on global scales. D. Focusing solely on bilateral agreements with former colonies. Answer. B. Through a leading role in global institutions and a commitment to international cooperation. British diplomacy has significantly shaped international relations through its proactive involvement in global institutions and its commitment to fostering international cooperation and peace. Question 85. What are the main legal protections against discrimination in the UK? A. There are no legal protections against discrimination. B. Protections are offered only in the workplace. C. Comprehensive protections across various aspects of public life, including work, education, and access to services. D. Legal protections are discretionary and not enforced. Answer. C. Comprehensive protections across various aspects of public life, including work, education, and access to services. The UK provides broad legal protections against discrimination, which are enforced across different areas of public life, ensuring equal treatment and opportunities for all individuals. Question 86. Discuss the significance of the English language in global communication. A. English has minimal influence on global communication. B. It is one of several minor languages used internationally. C. As a major global lingua franca, it facilitates international business, diplomacy, and cultural exchange. D. English is predominantly used only in the UK and the US. Answer. C. As a major global lingua franca, it facilitates international business, diplomacy, and cultural exchange. The English language plays a crucial role in global communication, serving as a common medium that enhances connectivity and understanding between different nations and cultures. Question 87. How has British architecture influenced world building styles? A. British architecture has had no impact outside of Europe. B. It has led to a homogenization of urban landscapes globally. C. Through iconic styles like Gothic revival and contributions to international movements such as modernism. D. British architecture is noted for its minimalism only. Answer: C. Through iconic styles like Gothic revival and contributions to international movements such as modernism. British architecture has had a profound influence on global building styles, with its diverse architectural movements and iconic designs contributing significantly to the development of world architecture. Question 88. What role does the Church of England play in UK society today? A. It governs the country's legal system. B. It has a purely ceremonial role with no real influence. C. As the established church, it plays a significant spiritual and social role in national life. D. The Church of England is involved in commercial activities only. Answer: C. As the established church, it plays a significant spiritual and social role in national life. The Church of England continues to play an important role in UK society, offering spiritual guidance, social support, and community services, contributing to the country's cultural and social fabric. Question 89. What measures does the UK take to ensure public safety? A. Public safety is not a priority in UK policy. B. Through comprehensive laws, policing, and community safety programs. C. By employing private security forces throughout urban areas. D. Safety measures are limited to occasional public campaigns. Answer: B. Through comprehensive laws, policing, and community safety programs. The UK ensures public safety through a range of measures including stringent laws, effective policing strategies, and community safety programs designed to protect citizens and prevent crime. Question 90. Discuss the evolution of British theatre from Shakespeare to the present. A. There has been no significant change in British theatre since Shakespeare. B. British theatre declined after Shakespeare until recent revivals. C. British theatre has continuously evolved, incorporating a range of styles from classical to contemporary, influencing global theatre. D. Modern British theatre focuses exclusively on historical reenactments. Answer: C. British theatre has continuously evolved, incorporating a range of styles from classical to contemporary, influencing global theatre. The evolution of British theatre from the times of Shakespeare to the present has been marked by continual innovation and diversity, significantly impacting theatre both in the UK and globally. Question 91. What are the UK's obligations under international law? A. The UK does not participate in international law. B. Limited to environmental agreements only. C. To uphold treaties it has ratified and comply with international legal standards. D. Obligations are applicable only in times of war. Answer: C. To uphold treaties it has ratified and comply with international legal standards. The UK's obligations under international law include adhering to and upholding the treaties it has ratified, and complying with established international legal norms and standards. Question 92. How does the UK government support innovation and technology? A. By discouraging foreign investment in technology. B. Through substantial funding, research grants, and tax incentives for tech industries. C. The UK focuses on traditional industries and avoids modern technological advancements. D. Support is limited to non-profit organisations only. Answer: B. Through substantial funding, research grants, and tax incentives for tech industries. The UK government supports innovation and technology through a combination of funding, research grants, and tax incentives designed to foster growth and development in the technology sector. Question 93. Discuss the role of the British media in shaping public opinion. A. The British media has no impact on public opinion. B. It plays a critical role by informing, influencing, and reflecting public sentiments and debates. C. Its role is restricted to entertainment. D. Media in the UK is state-controlled and does not influence public opinion. Answer: B. It plays a critical role by informing, influencing, and reflecting public sentiments and debates. The British media is a powerful force in shaping public opinion, with its diverse outlets playing key roles in informing the public, influencing perceptions, and reflecting societal debates. Question 94. What are the long-term impacts of the London Olympics 2012 on the UK? A. It had no lasting impacts. B. It primarily led to financial losses. C. Contributed to urban regeneration, increased sports participation, and boosted national pride. D. The impact was restricted to London only. Answer: C. Contributed to urban regeneration, increased sports participation, and boosted national pride. The London Olympics 2012 had significant long-term impacts, including urban regeneration of East London, increased sports participation across the UK, and a boost to national pride and international reputation. Question 95. How has the UK addressed the challenge of ageing populations? A. By reducing healthcare services for the elderly. B. Through policies aimed at increasing birth rates only. C. With comprehensive healthcare, pension reforms, and support for elderly care. D. The challenge is largely ignored by policymakers. Answer: C. With comprehensive healthcare, pension reforms, and support for elderly care. The UK has addressed the challenges of an ageing population through various measures, including comprehensive healthcare provisions, pension reforms to ensure financial security, and enhanced support for elderly care services.